Hello, hello, hello. Alrighty, so for this assignment, or for this video rather, we'll be looking at assignment number 5 on your Schoology homepage for week 1, which is writing Mr. Ricks an email. Me. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that. And all right, so you'll see here at the top, it's due Friday at 3 p.m. like all assignments in this class are. So for this assignment, you will demonstrate proper email etiquette by writing me an email. And then, so I've included my email here in red, cricks at guhsd.net. And obviously you'll be using your student Gmail account to email me. And there will be nothing to submit in this page because you're just emailing me directly. So when I grade your assignment, I'll grade it in Schoology, but I'll be like opening up another tab for my email. All right. So due to distance learning, email will be one of our primary forms of communication and is therefore essential that we maintain professionalism in our writing and practice the proper English conventions such as spelling and grammar. The main reason for this is just because email is just another platform of writing, but that does not mean it should be any less formal than, say, a written essay in class. So when you email me, I expect professionalism and maturity. I expect you to proofread, all that kind of stuff. And especially after completing this assignment, I will maintain those expectations throughout the course of the quarter. So for this email, you will include part 1. And just to preface this, we will be going over this Thursday in our Zoom. Thursday for ERWC, Friday for English 10. So, and then you don't have to wait until the Zoom meeting if you don't want. If you want to do this earlier, it's totally up to you. Again, this is a suggested pacing guide that I'll include with in our Schoology under the agenda, but it's up to you how you pace the course. So, going back, you'll see here, this email will include a proper subject. So, we'll be going again over this in the Zoom meeting, but the subject line here, that is what the subject of the email will be. So I would suggest for you, you should do period 5 or period 3, depending on your period, first and last name and introduction. So period 5, John Brown, introduction. Period 5 or period 3, Caleb Ricks, introduction. Something like that. All right. And a salutation. So a salutation is another way to say it, like a greeting. So it could be, and again, since we want it to be professional, we want it to be mature, and the audience is formal, correct? I'm your audience, but it's considered formal. So you're going to put Dear Mr. Ricks. So we got a subject, which is in that subject line, and a heading, or I'm sorry, a salutation. So let's take a look at what this would look like in our Gmail. So if I was just going to compose a new one, which this should all look familiar to you guys because you all have Gmail with your students. So you're going to hit compose. All right. And then we'll see here, 2, you would put C. Ricks. That's me. And then your subject, you would do period 5 or period 3, depending on your period. First and last name, so I'm Caleb Ricks. And I would put introduction. So you have me, right? Emailing me. Here is your subject line, first period, first and last name, introduction. And then we're going to go ahead and do the salutation. So, dear Mr. Ricks, comma. Do not forget that comma, right? So we have that comma. That happens after every salutation. So we should include that comma. Without it, it's incorrect grammatically. All right, so let's go back and look at the instructions. So after that, so we have our subject and our salutation. We're going to write one paragraph, 4 to 6 sentences, describing your experience with distance learning last semester, including what you liked about it, what you learned, and how you were successful. Did you enjoy some of the independent aspects of distance learning? So this is going to give me an idea of how I can support you during this distance learning time. I do have some experience teaching it last semester, but this time around, I feel like it's a lot more structured. And I feel that since we have the experience now, we are better equipped to support your guys' successful learning. But I would still like to know what your personal experiences with distance learning are or were. So that'll be one paragraph, 4 to 6 sentences. And then another paragraph, 4 to 6 sentences as well, explaining what you found challenging during distance learning last semester. Were the Zoom meetings helpful? Was it difficult working from home? If you could change anything about distance learning, what would it be? And a closing. So a closing is anything like thanks, sincerely, best wishes, best regards, with all due respect, stuff like that. So we got our subject, a salutation, one paragraph describing our experiences of distance learning last year, what we liked about it, what made us successful. I can't do my fingers that way. I'm going to do it this way. The camera. And another paragraph with what we found challenging and some of the shortcomings, and then a closing. So if we go back, so we have our salutation, enter, we would do paragraph 1, paragraph 2, like obviously you would write a paragraph, and then maybe like best wishes and your first and last name. So, and that's all you need. So your salutation, I got a subject line, it's understandable, not too lengthy. My salutation, paragraph 1, likes and successes of distance learning. This will be challenges, and then your salutation, or I'm sorry, your closing, and your last name. So you'll see here, and again, we'll go over this in the Zoom meeting, but underneath here, I also included a template to help you guys out. Recipient is Mr. Ricks, which is me. And then this is just, don't worry about that. And then the sender, that is you, student@email.com. But for you, it'll be your student Gmail account. Subject line, just went over that. Period 5, so make sure you put your period, first, last name, introduction. And then right here would be your first paragraph, but what do you guys notice this is missing? It doesn't have a salutation, right? There's no greeting, there's no dear Mr. Ricks. So that's weird. It says it's there, but it's not there. I don't know, but it should be there, right? So this is where the salutation should be. So the dear Mr. Ricks should be right here. And then we have the body, paragraph 1, your likes and successes with distance learning. Paragraph 2, challenges and dislikes with distance learning, and your closing. So I will update this because I don't know where that salutation went. But I'll put that in there. And then underneath here, I'll show you this slide during the Zoom meeting, but I included it here as a resource as well. So take a look at this if you find that helpful. And then underneath is the grading criteria for your email. So you take a look at that and look at the kind of expectations that I'm looking for your email. It's out of a total of 10 points. And like all assignments in this class, it is due Friday by 3 p.m. So I look forward to reading about your successes and this email. And then obviously email me if you have any questions about the assignment. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.